Hey everyone, it's a nice crisp morning and we're going to go on one of my favorite runs through Chicago. It's a little dark, but you can see the sun is already coming up. First we are passing through Jackson Park, and you can see a beautiful building here, the Solstice, which was designed by one of Chicago's more prominent architects. And over there, in the sunrise, you can see the Museum of Science and Industry. We're already at the lake, and we're going to go under Lakeshore Drive and out to Promontory Point. Now we're on the other side of Lakeshore Drive, and we're now on the Lakefront Trail, which is an 18-mile long park running the full length of Chicago. Definitely one of the city's true gems. Great foresight of some of the city planners was to preserve the lakefront for the use by the public. You can see we're just in time for sunrise. We're now coming around a place called Promontory Point, which is very close to the University of Chicago. In fact, on many mornings, you can see University of Chicago students out here hanging out, watching the sunrise. As we come around the corner here, we see one of my most favorite views of Chicago. Getting a little brighter now. It's not quite sunrise, but you can see we're definitely enjoying some more light. And now we're headed north along the path. It's about 6 miles to downtown Chicago. I often run it and run back. That's how close it is. You can, of course, drive it. It takes about 15 minutes. There's also a train that leaves right from Hyde Park. I'm going to leave you for a few, but before I do, I will just point out over there, that's downtown Hyde Park. And probably on another run or walk, I'll take you through there. But that's where 53rd Street is. A lot of commercial business. And there's a lot of beautiful public art in Chicago as well. There's a beautiful sculpture right there, you can see. And we're just going to keep going for a while. I'll join you for sunrise. You can see the entire lakefront just lights up right before sunrise. You kind of get this almost every day. You can walk to it from your apartment, and it's just one of Chicago's greatest gifts, I think. One of the things I love about running along the path is that there are always people out, even at 5:30 in the morning. It's now about 6 o'clock, but if you come out here in the summer, it's just packed. The city's investing a lot in the south side. You can see here, there's a new bridge going in. You can see the old one there, which is definitely not ADA compliant. And they're starting to put new bridges in to connect the lakefront to a neighborhood over there called Bronzeville, which is essentially the neighborhood that was the center of the black metropolis in the mid-20th century. As we go north, we'll see another one of these bridges that's already completed. It was just finished a couple of years ago. And then we're going to go over one at 35th that's also pretty nice. When we return on the run headed south, I will take you through Bronzeville so you can see some of the just absolutely beautiful houses in that neighborhood. We're coming up on 41st Street Beach, which is a place you can come hang out. There are beautiful views of the city, and there's the bridge I was telling you about that takes you over into Bronzeville, which is becoming very developed very quickly these days. Just to give you a sense of geography, north of Bronzeville is a neighborhood called the South Loop, and many professors, grad students live in that neighborhood too. On another run, I'll try to take you through the South Loop, but that's a little bit longer. There's a good shot of that really cool bridge, which is just completed a couple years ago. I believe that was 2019. It was completed. Some more really cool public art right there. One of my favorite times is just before sunrise. You start to see the sky light up. Not too many clouds today, but you can see there's Hyde Park down there, and it's just amazing. And there's the sunrise we've all been waiting for. That's what I wake up for. We're coming up on the 35th Street Bridge, which is another one of these new bridges that was built, I think, this one in 2016. I think the other one was actually built in 2018. And usually I head a little bit further north on the path. Right now we're just about 2.5, 3 miles from downtown. But I'll just take you over here. We'll say goodbye to the lakefront, the beautiful sunrise. Here we're headed north, and there we're facing west, and we're gonna head over this bridge, and I'll show you a little bit of Bronzeville. People will try to tell you that you can't go anywhere on the south side out of your Chicago campus, and that's just not true. You'd be missing out on quite a lot of beautiful parts of the city. This is one. I'll take you over the bridge. And you also get some stunning views of the city. Look back, just gorgeous lakefront. Down there's Hyde Park. Beautiful morning. There's the train line that would take you into the city into downtown from Hyde Park in about 15 minutes. Coming down way off in the distance, you can't quite see it, but just past that skyscraper is the White Sox Park. So if you like baseball, you're in the right place. Of course, if you're a Cubs fan like me, you need to go to the north side, but if you're into some White Sox, you've come to the right place. Now we're on 35th Street. You can see there's a Stephen Douglas tomb. And I'm going to take you probably all the way over to State Street. And then back through Bronzeville. So we're going to continue down this street about half a mile, and I'll join you again there. Here we're coming in at 35th and King. We'll continue down King a little later. There you can see something called the Victory Monument, and this is kind of one of the main intersections in Bronzeville. There you can see downtown. And we're just going to head west a little bit further towards State Street. I decided to cut north a little bit on Prairie Avenue, so we're just north of Prairie and 35th, and This is a neighborhood in Bronzeville. You can see pretty calm, peaceful, beautiful houses. We're coming up at 33rd and Prairie. I'm going to take a left. There you can see the sun's hitting the backside of what is the facade of an old church that's being renovated. It will soon be the National Museum of Gospel Music. Quite an impressive restoration there. We're coming up at 33rd and Prairie. I'm going to take a left. There you can see the sun's hitting the backside of what is the facade of an old church that's being renovated. It will soon be the National Museum of Gospel Music. Quite an impressive restoration there. So I'm going to continue going west on 33rd here a little bit. And we're going to take a dip into the Illinois Tech campus. Not because you should go there. You should definitely come to Chicago. But one of the interesting things about that campus is that most of the buildings were designed by Mies van der Rohe. So it's very interesting architecture. Above head here, you can see the Green Line, L subway, and that'll take you right into downtown as well. Runs all the way down into the Chicago neighborhood as well. Here we'll take a quick journey through the Illinois Tech campus. Some very interesting architecture there. Nice place to run. Coming up on 35th and State, you can see the city's bike share program. That's all across the city. And we're going to cut back across here. And we'll head south on State. Now, as I wait for the light, you can see the White Sox Stadium there. And this was a neighborhood right here that, was at one point made Chicago pretty notorious. But now you can see it's getting redeveloped. Now you can see it's getting redeveloped. We'll run down State Street for a few blocks. There you can see the sun's coming up over the city now. I'm gonna run down State, past a couple other interesting buildings, and then we'll cut over back east and head back down through the heart of Bronzeville. Still on State Street, you see the old building of the Overton Cosmetics, and then the next building down was here. It's a particularly interesting building too. It's now a public library, but was one of the sites of an early newspaper in Chicago called the Chicago Bee. Cutting back over a little bit to the east. We're on 37th here. This is 37th and Wabash. And I'm going to turn south because there's another pretty cool landmark coming up on the left side of the street. Lots going on. You can see it's a pretty cool looking church. And this right over here on the left is now an apartment complex, but it was once a YMCA. And little known fact, the Harlem Globetrotters are not from Harlem. They're actually from Bronzeville. And they got their start right there in that building at the YMCA at the corner of 38th and Wabash. We're just gonna keep going south for a little while. One of the things I love about Chicago and running through Chicago is that art pops up all the time. And here's a mural. I came over to 38th in Michigan. This one's called the Bronzeville Renaissance Mural, and it's a little silhouetted right now, but this one just popped up a couple weeks ago. It's just stunning. There's the South Side Community Arts Center. Went to quite a good art show there. Now, we're coming back out on King again, and you can see some spectacular houses here. And now we're going to cross King. That's to the south. East Chicago's right down there. And oops. Wanted to take you down Oakwood, which is another beautiful street. A lot of beautiful houses here on Oakwood. One of my favorite streets to run down in Bronzeville. Just to orient you, we're running east here, just back towards the lake, and we're at about 39th or 40th, so we're maybe just about 2 miles directly north of the university right here. Here we're coming down Drexel. We're at about 41st and Drexel, and this leads you right back down to the university. I'm running low on battery today, so we may not get the university today, but if I run out, we'll pick that up tomorrow.